When we got the letter from the state of California saying that we owed zero tax, it was just great just to have a plan, hire somebody to help guide us through that plan, and then have that plan turn out to be successful. And we saved $50,000. It's great. Steve Richardson, Motivate Studios is our company, and it is a fitness boutique. It's a form of Pilates and also stationary cycle classes. I found Aero Marine because I was buying an airplane, and I knew that there are ways to avoid the sales tax. And I just started digging around. Aero Marine was not the first company I spoke to. However, I did end up going with Aero Marine. I decided to go with Aero and Marine Tax Professionals after talking to Tom, because I felt confident that he was going to be able to take us through this process and not get hung up and have a successful outcome. After we decided to go with Aero and Tax Marine Pros, I was transferred to Julie, and she was on it like a shark, just attacking the job, just really taking the time to ensure that we were being educated into what the goal is and how to get that goal. Told us everything we needed to do as far as logging time, business scenarios that would qualify, how to document the business scenarios. She answered the phone right away or got back to me right away, which was great because that's a huge peeve for me. And so the communication was just constantly there, which during the process also made me feel comfortable. As we got toward the end of the 6-month time test period, really making sure we're exceeding the qualifications on the hours, the business hours versus the personal hours, and engineered it so that we were going to be guaranteeing an outcome as close as possible. I felt great working with her. The process went very smooth. We were always nervous about the outcome because you just never know, especially when you're dealing with a bureaucrat making a decision on to take your money or not take your money. And so I'm always cynical, less than cautiously optimistic about most things like this. And she was just in constant communication and was always there to answer my questions, always there for me to run by business scenarios by her to make sure that we were going to get all the documentation we needed for the business trips. Just great. Could I have done this process on my own? No, I don't believe I could. I actually know a CPA that went to do this process on his own, and he failed. And he's a CPA. What surprised me the most about Aero and Tax Marine Service was really working with Julie. Julie really cared and really took care to make sure that everything was going the right way, that we were on the right track. She was always very sweet and friendly and just focused on making sure we had a good outcome. Was I surprised about the access to Julie and Tom having cell phone numbers and encouraged to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? That is, I don't know about surprised, but I was put at ease that that communicated to me that the people I was working with was dedicated to provide the outcome as promised. And that's kind of lacking typically out there. What I would say to others about Aero Marine Tax Professionals is that if you are buying an airplane and are looking to get the tax exemption, number one, it is highly probable that you would fail without their services. And number two, I would definitely recommend Aero Tax Marine Services to help them through this process.